subjects. Hello everyone. I was thinking earlier about what I could say to say goodbye to 5A, and I thought I would share with you guys one last final Mr. Daniel story time. I'm sorry. So I thought I would share a secret about me that I've never told you before. You're going to be shocked and amazed to learn that when I was 11 and in 5th grade, I was a really, really bad student. In fact, you are all angels compared to 5th grade Mr. Daniel. I was mean to all of my teachers. My parents had to go see the principal every other week. And I would ask my mom every day, why do I have to go to school? I just wanted to stay home and hang out with my dog. And I didn't understand why I had to go. And then one day, after they argued with me and fought with me every day to make me go to school, I was finally old enough that I didn't have to go anymore. And I decided I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to go to school every day. And they were very confused. So what changed? I think my school is in England, which is a cold and grey place. And this school is in Vietnam, which is a warm and beautiful place. I think my teachers were all quite mean, maybe silent all the time, and the teachers I work with here are all wonderful people I love very much. But the biggest thing that's changed is that I get to work with all of you every day. And when I think of that question I asked my mom, why do we have to go to school? I think, obviously, to be good mathematicians and readers and writers, but mostly I think it's to be good humans. And for all your parents, all your family, what I can promise them today is that 5A are some of the most wonderful humans that I've ever met. And I think anyone would be proud to call them their friend. So thank you, 5A, for making me enjoy coming to school again. And now I'd like to invite to the stage the wonderful Bao-Lin and Vivian, who kindly agreed to share some words about 5A.
A poem I made, and it's called 5A Peeps. Amy is a friendly art geek who would always send anything people need. Her long black hair is often tied back in a ponytail. If you need help, just send her an email. And usually,
Anne usually sits in the back and has scrumptious chips for a snack. Though we do not interact much, I believe she could perform in the clutch.
Anthony is like the spotlight on the stage. He can code more programs than other classmates can manage. At recess, he is really playful, and in class, he can be very helpful.
Balfour laughs at all the pranks and jokes. He likes drinking Coke. Balfour enjoys playing baseball, but do not enjoy playing football.
Coca is quite serious. He may raise his voice when he is anxious. Coca often loves challenges, and I recall that he dislikes oranges.
Donkey is a principled learner. To her, knowledge from books is a window to the world, and I don't think she has ever swirled.
Ella is a very humble person. A horse stable is in heaven. She is obsessed with being organized. If you are in her room, you won't be surprised.
Elena is a delicate human who always works with great passion and appreciates all of her lessons. Thus, she is rarely absent.
Emily loves her pet cat, and the equality makes her glad. Her opening gambit is usually okay. She could be competitive, but in a healthy way.
polite, so he never clenches his fist. He's sociable and belongs to many teams. And he could also be Mr. Know-All at funny memes.
In class, Josephine often keeps her role. She leads a balanced life and is surprisingly good at playing silent ball. Josephine is a good girl, and I wish I could know her more.
Kai is a remarkable classmate. He's of sport lovers who value fair play. Kai can make others happier because his conversation often consists of idle chatter.
Logan has some interesting characteristics. He is a sports fanatic who does not take a game seriously. It's just because he devotes time to his hobbies.
Henry is a guy that likes Fortnite. Henry is a friendly guy who admires AI. He likes to play Fortnite, and his smile is always bright.
Just like Vivian, Uriah is a bookworm, whose smiles are spring blossoms. She is a creative thinker and could be a world-class painter.
I don't know much about Rodrigo. He likes music and is a ukulele pro. He's the only Guatemalan in primary Michigan, so Rodrigo is unique.
Summer has a good command of the Vietnamese language. How to play cards well is part of her knowledge. She enjoys creating products in her spare time as well as making slime.
Tyler is an energetic person and can surprisingly dance like Michael Jackson. He rubs elbows with his judo gang. Without basketball, his move may change.
Vivian loves to exchange pleasantries and also adores frontispiece. She can stand in the Hall of Fame since almost everyone knows her name.
Yuki is a quiet and shy classmate, and I think that he could never skate. He likes to interact with people of his Chinese origin and likes to learn new things.
About myself, I don't know what to say, but I know that I enjoy this grade. To me, 5A has brilliant minds, and I'm really sad to say goodbye.
Thank you, Vivian and Barbara. I'd like to invite to the stage Miss Tao, and we're going to start handing out the certificates for 5A. Also Mr. Daniel, Miss Kate, and Miss Kim. Thank you.
I would like to invite up Kai.
Tyler. Amy's not here tonight. We don't miss her very much.
Don't you?
Emily.
William.
Colin.
Elena.
powerful?
Someone.
Anthony?
Vivian.
Logan? We're also missing Antoinette. You know, we all miss very much.
Gigi.
Gerardo?
Where do I put my certificate?
Jajiro.
Mariah?
Ella.
And last but definitely not least, Josephine. All right, thank you 5A, and now I'd like to invite to the stage Mr. Cameron and 5B.
Hi. I wanted to start off this speech by describing a classroom conversation I had with my students. This week, we were talking about our fears going into secondary school and our greatest fears in general. My students brought up fears like making new friendships, being in a new environment, having to study more, meeting new teachers, taking more tests, and even things like snakes, spiders, and heights. When asked about my greatest fear, I wanted to answer with honesty. So I explained to the class that my greatest fear has nothing to do with reptiles or high altitudes. My greatest fear is, and has always been, speaking in front of a very large audience. This is the good part. Hearing this, my students then began to give me advice for tonight that I'll share with you now. Here is just some of the meaningful feedback I received from my clever grade 5 students. Ryan suggested writing down my speech in case I forget my words, but to remember to look up at my audience. Anna suggested that I practice my speech many times and also in front of a mirror, to which I did last night. Min Chow said it may be a good idea to end this speech with an Albert Einstein quote. Arlene suggested, this one's tricky. Arlene suggested that I tell a joke to lighten the mood. Here is that joke. Did you know that dogs are unable to read an X-ray or an MRI? However, cats can. And lastly, Mila told me to remember why I'm making this speech in the first place, and the difference between a fixed and a growth mindset, something we often talk about in Studio 5. A growth mindset is believing you can do things that are new to you, and believing you can do things that you already know make you feel uncomfortable, and not letting those fears prevent you from doing the things that you need to or want to do. And I want to deliver this speech to you. Now, the reason why I'm telling you, the audience, this story is because as a teacher, it gave me all the data I needed to collect to understand that these students are more than ready to tackle any challenge they may face in secondary school. These students already have the tools and strategies needed when dealing with new challenges or situations that require taking risks. This is my first class in Vietnam, and it is a class I will truly never, ever forget. These students are kind, empathetic, hardworking, respectful, creative, intuitive, smart, and they belong. Last word. It's also important to remember that these students are our future. They're the future engineers, artists, bakers, teachers, CEOs, musicians, and future leaders. And it fills me with pride knowing that in these roles, they will make the world better. I can't wait to read the next chapter of each one of your individual stories. I'd like to end this speech with a quote by Albert Einstein. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Thank you.